alive, living, living, defined as continuing in existence, operation, memory, and so on, defined as alive. Alive, something all of us are, but something most of us take for granted. Being alive for some is such a blessing that they could not imagine anything greater than being alive. Because for some, being alive is hard. It's not so easy to just calm down and breathe. It's not so easy to stop crying. Because for some, being alive has caused them to suffer. Suffer, defined as experience or be subjected to something bad or unpleasant. They suffer not because they are alive, but because of the experiences that come with life. The experiences where there is nothing more that they desire than just letting go. Just giving up because it's so much easier. The experiences that can be described as nothing less than horrendous, tragic, awful, breaking. The experiences that make them feel like they're suffering. Drowning. They come up to breathe, but there is no air but water, and water fills their lungs as they beg to just let go. As they're called grotesque names for just loving who they love, as they're called racial slurs for just existing, as they relive losing their mom, as they feel their father's fist against their ribcage, as they remember being raped, as they scream and wail and suffer and beg to just make it all stop. As they do this, you post online about wanting to die because your boyfriend broke up with you or because you're making a B in history. As they suffer at the testing hands of fate, you complain to them and you say you wish you could die because what? Because school is so hard? School? Some kids would be grateful for the chance to go to school. Because you're having relationship problems? Some kids' relationship problems is their father beating their mother and their siblings. Because your curfew is too early? Some kids have no parents to care for them, to give them a curfew. Because your first kiss wasn't what you expected it to be. Some kids didn't get to choose to have their first kiss. Some kids it was taken from, stolen, and so much more than that, and yet the ungratefulness for all of this living is beyond evident. Because you are undeserving. Undeserving, defined as not deserving or worthy of something positive, especially help or praise. Because you are greedy. Greedy with your life. Greedy, defined as having or showing an intense and selfish desire for something, especially wealth or power. Because you are selfish. Selfish, defined as lacking consideration for others, concerned chiefly with one's own personal profit or pleasure. Life is so precious and more beautiful than can possibly be described. There are no words for what life may be and what the meaning of it truly is, but there are words for what you are. Immature. Immature, defined as acting in a childish way, having or showing a lack of emotional maturity. Immature because you are acting petty. Petty, defined as making things, events, or actions normal people dismiss as trivial or insignificant into excuses to be upset, uncooperative, childish, or stubborn. Petty over such a thing that you would ruin a friendship. You would share someone's private secrets to get revenge and be petty. You would ruin another's life to get back over a trivial thing, such as someone not letting you use their homework answers, such as someone not taking your advice on an insignificant matter, such as anything childish enough that your own friends would look down upon you for. Instead of focusing on the gift of life, you get caught up on the unimportant, unintelligent, undeserving matters. You throw away your life while others would die to be in your shoes, to have shoes, to live in a house, to have two parents, to have a family, to have something to eat at night, to have a friend, to have a soul in the world to talk to have any of the opportunities that you let waste away because you are simply immature, petty, undeserving, selfish, greedy. You are ungrateful. Ungrateful, defined as not displaying gratitude, not giving due return or recompense for benefits conferred. Life is something we do not ask for but are gifted with. We do not deserve it, but we can make up for that by how we live it. Live it with love. Love, defined as a feeling of warm personal attachment or deep affection, as for a parent, child, or friend. Love as much and as many as possible. Spread and radiate positivity, because if you don't, you are doing nothing for the world. You are utterly and hopelessly useless. You affect approximately 80,000 people in your life, and if even half of those people have a negative experience with you, you've negatively impacted 40,000 people, possibly causing them to each negatively impact another, making a total of 1,600,000,000 people. And if they did the same, you would have caused a chain reaction that negatively impacted the whole world, every single person on earth having a bad day because of you. It all starts with you. So make it count. Make it matter. Use the power you have and appreciate the life you've been given. Change the way things are. Save the kids from the broken home. Prevent the slurs and insults to the minorities. Get rid of the stigma around sexual assault and rape and spread awareness of it. Don't let the kid be long enough to even contemplate taking their life. Show them that their life matters by making yours matter first. Change. Change. Defined as to alter, to make radically different. Transform. Transform your life into something special. Something that will save lives, not make people wish they didn't have one. You have the power, so use it. Life, defined as the period between birth and death, the state of being alive.